MMARocks with Peter Graham after a victorious debut here in KSW. Peter, have you known that you're the first fighter from Australia to actually fight on the card?
You know what, Thomas? I seem to be the first fighter for Australia to fight almost everywhere. There's not that many of us, and even less in the heavyweight division.
Well, it's a technicality because Paweł Słowiński fought here as well, but we consider him Polish, so he's not Australian to us.
Oh yeah, no. We know he's of Polish descent, but he's a great fighter. So we kind of like to half claim Paul Słowiński as well. So. Hey, he's a good fighter.
Okay, so you've tangled with also fellow kickboxer Marcin Różalski, winning the fight by TKO due to injury. Due to an oblique kick that actually injured Marcin Różalski's leg. Peter, there's a lot of debate going on whether this kick should be allowed in MMA or not. Actually, I'm not sure if you're aware because you're looking at me like that. But what's your stance on using such a technique?
Which kick shouldn't be allowed? Well, I kicked him to the inside. Go and have a look at the tape. I kicked him to the inside of the leg. You know what? I had 104 professional fights. This is my 104th professional fight. Out of 104 professional fights, I've never been given a red card, and I've only been given a yellow card, a warning once. Man, I stick to the rules. He thought I, did something that was a bit, under the rules. I don't need to cheat to win if he's implying that. Look, if he had bad knees, then that happens. Fighters get old, and you damage yourself in training and fights and stuff like that. Look, it's mixed martial arts. There's a lot of things that are incredibly dangerous that can really hurt you. I mean, that's why the guys who are good, that's why we want to watch them. I never want to injure a guy so he can never fight again. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as the technique, I think it should be legal.
Should be legal.
Absolutely.
You have no problems with that.
No, none at all.
Okay.
Because he can move his leg or check. I mean, it's all part of it. If you hit someone hard enough, almost anywhere, you can really, really damage them.
Yeah. Okay. I get what I wasn't implying that this of course under the rules. I wasn't implying that, but there's been some situations even in KSW in the past where. Oh my God! You could kill me. Come on. There's been some situations in KSW in the past where fighters use that kick, and there's some mixed feelings about that. But nobody actually has won using that technique. So this is, I guess, why I asked you that question. Moving on, you were also on the same card as the KSW heavyweight title fight. Karol Bedorf defeated Holz Gracie, and a lot of people before this card said that the winner of Różalski Graham should fight the winner of Bedorf Gracie. How you feel about that?
To fight Gracie?
Bedorf, the winner.
Bedorf. Well, he's a really good fighter. I only got to watch a little bit of it. I think it'd be a good fight. At the moment, look, I said it before, it's like everybody. I don't care who I fight. I fought the biggest, the baddest, the scariest. I mean, if you're a fighter, you got to fight. And if you're taking this fight or not taking that fight, do something else. You don't have a football team that says, okay, we're going to play these guys. You got to play every single team. You got to fight every fighter. If you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And if you beat a bum, you're not a champ. You're just someone who beat someone else for some made-up title. So yeah, I got no problems with fighting anyone. But once again, this is a professional sport. I don't want to jump in front of anyone who's earned their title shot before me.
There are no people like that, to my knowledge.
Oh, well, there we go. That's you seem to know more than me. I've got no problems.
Have you seen the fight of the main event?
Did I see the main event? Yeah, I did see the main event.
So who do you think kicks harder?
Well, I fought Holz. So I fought him in Sengoku a long, long time ago. So I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, I've been kicked by some freaking animals. So, it's not about who kicks the hardest. I mean, it's a fight. It's not who punches the hardest or kicks the hardest or who has the best takedown. It's who's the best fighter. It was a little bit hard tonight. It looked like, the kick in the balls can really mess someone's plan up. It's one of those things that if it happens, it's very hard. I mean, you can have the whole 5 minutes off, but it's so hard to come back from. So it's a bit hard to get a really good understanding of who I thought was better. I enjoyed the fight, though.
You have over 15 pro MMA fights right now, and with the fight with Różalski, you had his back for a second. Tell me, were you actually thinking submission? How good do you feel when doing the ground stuff in MMA?
A lot of people ask me. My groundwork's not too bad. My coach is, you know, one of the top wrestling. Well, he's a top wrestling coach, and he's a wrestling referee for Fila in Australia. He's also got like a 4th dan in BJJ and Japanese Jiu-Jitsu as well. Sorry, a 4th dan in BJJ and also Japanese Jiu-Jitsu as well. And he's one of the first Australians ever to fight in Japan, you know, fighting MMA. So I actually do quite a lot of wrestling and stuff, but there's no, why would I, you know, try to become a submission fighter when I'm already a good striker? You know, I don't need to try to be something that I'm not. I mean, hey, I would have liked to win by submission. You know, every now and then I get someone in the ground.
That would be a first for you, wouldn't it?
It would absolutely be a first. Almost all I've only one win that hasn't gone the distance. One win that went the distance. All my other wins have come by way of stoppage. You know, I want a good thing. I know how to stop guys in fights. You know, I'm obviously a good striker, but I just work a lot of defense on the ground. And for the offense, if someone does something particularly silly, hey, maybe I'll get him. I know he wasn't particularly silly, and oh my God, I hope he's all right.
I think his knee shattered.
Look, yeah, you know, so I enjoy the ground game and I wrestle and I grapple a lot, but I'm never going to go hunting for it. If someone does something stupid, sure, just like everyone else, I'll exploit it.
Okay, last question. You are a very experienced fighter. You're almost 40 now. Sorry for mentioning your age, but
I just turned 39. Give me another year. It's only my birthday in August.
Belated happy birthday there. But how long do you think you're going to keep doing this fighting stuff?
You know, that's another good question. People ask me all the time. You know, I actually started fighting when I was 18, not training but fighting. So I've been fighting for 21 years. I always said that, you know, if my wife says to me, Pete, can it, I'll stop. Or if I get an injury that, you know, that's gonna, you know, damage me. I've also, you know, I'm married, I got children. You know, I've never really been hurt. I've never had an injury that required me to take off time off training, and I've never lost the passion. So if I lose the passion, or I get injured bad enough where, you know, I need to take an extended period of time off, or if I really get beaten by someone I should beat, then I guess that'll be the time. But for now, I really love doing it. I have no injuries and having a good time and getting to see the world. Why would I stop?
Okay, Peter, then hopefully no injuries, no setbacks before you get back here, and I hope to see you fighting Karol Bedor for the strap, or just anyone else from KSW cage.
Pretty much you just want to see me beat someone up.
Why not? It's entertaining.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks.